Have you ever felt like someone was subtly testing your boundaries or trying to see how much they could get away with? Manipulators often use specific tactics to gauge your reactions and determine if you're an easy target. In this video, we'll break down the common ways manipulators test you so you can recognize the signs early and protect yourself. Understanding these behaviors is the first step to maintaining healthy relationships and standing up for your own needs. Let's start by exploring the subtle ways manipulators initiate their tests. Manipulators often begin by pushing small boundaries to see how you respond. They might ask for minor favors, invade your personal space, or make slightly inappropriate jokes. If you don't push back, they take it as a green light to escalate their behavior. This initial testing phase is crucial for them to assess your limits. By observing your reactions, they decide whether to continue or move on. Recognizing these early tests can help you set firm boundaries from the start and avoid being drawn into their manipulative games. One of the most common manipulative tests is guilt tripping. Manipulators might make you feel responsible for their emotions or problems, even when you're not at fault. For example, they could say things like, "I thought you cared about me," if you decline a request. This tactic is designed to see if you'll cave in to emotional pressure. If you give in, they learn that guilt is an effective tool to control you. Recognizing guilt tripping early helps you avoid falling into this emotional trap. Gaslighting is a powerful manipulative tactic where the manipulator tries to make you doubt your own perceptions or memories. They might deny things they've said or done, or insist that you're overreacting. This is a test to see if you'll question your own reality and rely more on their version of events. If you start doubting yourself, the manipulator knows they can control the narrative. Spotting gaslighting early is essential for maintaining your confidence and trust in your own judgment. Manipulators often test your loyalty by putting you in uncomfortable situations. They may ask you to take their side in conflicts, keep secrets, or go against your own values. This is a way for them to see how far you're willing to go to please them. If you comply, they know they can count on you to prioritize their needs over your own. Recognizing these loyalty tests allows you to stay true to your values and avoid being manipulated into actions you're not comfortable with. Another manipulative test involves withholding affection or approval. Manipulators may suddenly become distant or cold if you don't do what they want. This is designed to see if you'll change your behavior to regain their warmth. If you start chasing their approval, they realize they can control you by giving or taking away affection. Understanding this tactic helps you avoid becoming dependent on their validation and maintain your emotional independence. Manipulators may test your boundaries by invading your privacy. They might snoop through your belongings, read your messages, or ask overly personal questions. This is a way to see if you'll confront them or let it slide. If you don't address the invasion, they learn that your boundaries are weak and may continue to overstep. Being aware of these privacy tests empowers you to assert your right to personal space and privacy. A classic manipulative test is playing the victim. Manipulators may exaggerate their problems or act helpless to see if you'll rush to their aid. They want to know if you're easily guilted into helping, even at your own expense. If you consistently rescue them, they'll keep using this tactic to get what they want. Recognizing when someone is playing the victim helps you set healthy boundaries and avoid being emotionally drained. Triangulation is when a manipulator brings a third person into the mix to create jealousy, competition, or insecurity. They might compare you to someone else or share private information to stir up drama. This is a test to see how you react and whether you'll compete for their attention. If you fall into the trap, the manipulator knows they can control you by playing people against each other. Recognizing triangulation helps you avoid unnecessary conflict and maintain your self-worth. Manipulators often test how assertive you are by making unreasonable requests or demands. They want to see if you'll stand up for yourself or simply go along to avoid conflict. If you comply without question, they know you're less likely to resist future manipulation. Practicing assertiveness and saying no when needed is key to protecting yourself from these tests and maintaining your self-respect. Love bombing is when a manipulator showers you with excessive praise, gifts, or attention early on. This is a test to see how you respond to flattery and whether you'll become emotionally dependent on their approval. If you quickly become attached, they know they can use affection as a tool for control. Recognizing love bombing helps you maintain perspective and avoid getting swept up in manipulative relationships. Some manipulators test your willingness to provide financial support. They might ask for small loans, gifts, or favors to see if you'll comply. If you give in, they may escalate their demands over time. This test is about seeing how much you're willing to sacrifice for them. Being aware of financial manipulation helps you protect your resources and avoid being taken advantage of. Blame shifting is another manipulative test where the manipulator refuses to take responsibility for their actions and tries to pin the blame on you. They want to see if you'll accept fault, even when it's not yours. If you do, they know they can avoid accountability in the future. Recognizing blame shifting helps you stand firm and not take on guilt that doesn't belong to you. Manipulation is the act of influencing someone's thoughts, feelings, or actions through indirect, deceptive, or underhanded tactics. It often involves testing boundaries, exploiting vulnerabilities, and using psychological tricks to gain control. Understanding the concept of manipulation is crucial for recognizing when you're being targeted and taking steps to protect yourself. By learning about these tactics, you can build stronger boundaries and healthier relationships. Now that you know how manipulators test you, it's important to protect yourself. Trust your instincts, set clear boundaries, and don't be afraid to say no. Remember, healthy relationships are built on mutual respect, not control or manipulation. By staying aware of these tactics, you can avoid falling into manipulative traps and maintain your emotional well-being. Stay confident and always prioritize your own needs and values.